as well. Good luck to everyone, because this battle is going to be bloody. Welcome to game number 1 in this best of 5 between Onic Esports up against Echo.
Man, and just like that, jumping into this one. And I gotta say, the crowd here feels in a way different, because I feel like there's actually some people on the Philippine side that love Kyrie too, and of course Coach Yeb. So you have these different chants going on here. But again, the team that strikes first blood in the series is going to be massive for them.
For sure. And honestly, I feel like no matter what, the Philippines is winning at the end of the day, whether you like it or not. There's a player and a coach from the side of Onyx, but this is Melissa's debut. Assassin Dave, walk me through these lanes. What should we expect in these early laning phases, and where their resources should be invested in?
I mean, it seems like so far, early game, it's been pretty peaceful on both sides. In bottom lane, it's a Joy versus a Grok. If you be a little bit tanky on Grok, Joy's not going to do anything. The same thing, vice versa, other side. But speaking of that, in the mid lane, though,
yep, Keyboy.
Find a little bit of poke, but not going to be too much. On the top side, Lunox versus Melissa, it's going to be like similar stuff. Like, you know, even trade off, but you're not going to see too much. It's going to be pretty peaceful laning phase. Again, it comes down to Keyboy versus Yaoi. Who is going to engage first? Keyboy does have the early game advantage because he is Kufra. Speaking of that, here we go.
Not looking good here. Onic Esports wants the first blood. Kyrie on the mark. Able to take down Yaoi with that Death Sonata, and it just played out so perfectly.
I don't know about you, but it does kind of feel that Onic needs to make that first move all the time. They cannot play defensively against Echo, and Echo generally is going to be much better at the counter engaging, stopping this aggression. So now they have to take full advantage of the early game to start their lead.
Man, and right now with his first turtle being up here, already having that advantage, but it's going to be Carl Teasy that starts up. Notice too, Sans has that Divine Judgment available to them. They've got the numbers advantage, they've got the space here. They're going to go in, the flicker comes in. Turtle still going to be up here, Donnie comes out. Kyrie able to secure it though. They're still going to continue. Sanford going in. Boots trying to get away here. Carl Teasy, a Bracer grab. Can't get a kill though. Onic Esports taking the turtle.
Wow, that was disgustingly close to a steal there coming in from the Xavier overall. Didn't have the Enlightened form just yet, but if he did, I think that might have been the difference maker. But so far, Echo played it well. They only got caught up once, way before the turtle. But in that situation, you would expect more from Onic. They're playing more discipline this time and showing a lot of respect to Echo.
And this is why this is a grand final worthy type of level gameplay, right? You saw the turtle gameplay. It's Sanford on the Joy going to the backline, but Kurfa, Keyboy with a beautiful skill 2, canceling the skill 2 of Joy, so Joy cannot dash, which allowed Kyrie to have the room to dish out the damage. Same with the Grok, same with Boost, right? Beautiful zonage to the entire side of Echo, which allowed the Granger to secure the turtle and actually walk away safely. You know, I actually thought Echo was going to find like a retaliation, a kill or two, especially on Boost, who was so deep, but their objective was really clear and execution was crystal.
Yeah, I think they also understand that right now isn't the time to fight. They do have their ultimates, and yes, they're a little bit more ultimate reliant, but at the end of the day, it's still the items, the numbers here. Teasy might be in some trouble.
Okay, they jump in for Carl Teasy. Should be fine, though, but it's 4 members here for Onic Esports. Going to back off for now, and, you know, like you guys were saying, it's really... Echo Philippines does not have the firepower yet, especially, we don't actually know how this Melissa is going to work out so far because it's the first time it's come out in the tournament. And you do know that Melissa needs some time to build up here. Comparison, especially when Kyrie is running the Granger, a lot of that damage, a lot of that burst is already coming out through those skills of the Granger. So, looks like they're going to put some focus here now. Yaoi going to back off for now. Keyboy there to help as well, so... nothing for now.
Well, I think if we're talking about Melissa, we need to categorize her, right? Anybody who uses the Golden Staff are 2-item marksmen, or what I like to categorize as 2-item marksmen. Melissa kind of falls into the category of Irithel, where you kind of need 4 items before you feel almost unstoppable.
Well,
there we go.
Yeah, we're going to flicker in. Divine Judgment. They're going to find Boots. He wild charges out, though. Carl Teasy securing the turtle for now. They might still press the situation here. Keyboy going to take a couple hits. Should be able to disengage just fine. And now it's going to be a fight here for this purple buff. Divine Judgment on Carl Teasy. The Terrify's there. Can they grab the kill? Keyboy with a revenge. It is Kyrie that takes down Carl Teasy.
Wow.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
What a beautiful play there coming out from Sans, copying the Divine Judgment and actually wombo comboed along with Keyboy, right? He with the pull and with the ball, it was the ultimate from Kurfa. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. At the same time, I gotta say, this is some like downside with Granger when you pick this character. You can't really get territorial control because this character is so easy to dive onto, and you need a lot of protection. Just now, that's a very nicely done from Echo to zone Granger away, but they're a little bit too aggressive there. Just bit a little bit too much more than they can chew. But speaking of that, Onic decided to back away and play a little bit more safe.
I do that too when I play Kufra. You know, where am I going? Where am I going?
Where am I going? Which way is it going to go? It feels like they're really dedicated to this top side, though.
Well, he's going to charge up. Onic Esports taking the disciplined route. They grab that tier 1 turret, disengaging for now.
I think overall, Onic, again, very nice aggression that we're seeing from them. But also, the fact is that Sans has that flexibility. They don't necessarily have to take the Divine Judgment. It's just a really powerful ability overall. And it feels like a waste to not take it, especially when Carl TZ wants to peel for the rest of the team. So the easiest answer, just pull that front line away and jump right in to open with the Death Sonata.
And also, I gotta say, Echo, despite the little bit defeat in the early game, just now when they have 2 dash, but think about going to the long term, going to the late game, right? The skilling game is definitely leaning towards Echo's favor. They have the Melissa late game. It's a attack speed marksman going to late game. He's going to shred every single frontline tank. Right? I'm talking about Boots is not even a tank. He's going to build damage, a little bit of hybrid. Keyboy is just going to disappear if he goes in and misses the skills. Now the thing here is the playmaker is the wombo combo. Is Kyrie going to sync with Boots and Keyboy to jump in together, which I'll find out. Here we go, the third and last turtle of this game.
Well, Kyrie going to commit the ultimate here. Goes in with a wild charge. Carl TZ able to scare it. Yowie's going to be in trouble here. They're trying to follow up. Sans can't get the pull he wants. Sanji taking the Sans down. And now it's EW on the run. Dawning Light comes out. What a brilliance to dodge the Dawning Light. It's only going to be 1 down for now. Onic Esports giving a call back, but they lose the turtle. Seal play going to come out. Nothing committing just yet. Keyboy spinning around again. But all they can do is defend for now.
Oh, they finally... Okay, so now they back off. They're looking for the reset. There is a good push on that top side. That tier 1 technically should fall. But wow, Yowie, that reaction time to the instant flicker coming in from Boots and locking him down with the Divine Judgment. And who else can produce that? Who can produce that move?
Yeah, but going to the late game, you know, I also want to go back to the point that Echo is playing the skilling game, right? Now, skilling me, and they're winning. You know, you have Senji under this Xavier. If it gets to late game, once Xavier finished 3 core items, especially the Clock of Destiny, Lightning Truncheon, it's going to be absolutely insane. Oh, speaking of that, here we go. Echo playing a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have the flicker available, so he couldn't commit exactly the way he wanted to. But it just backs off for now. Again, they got to respect this damage also coming out from Kyrie. You saw he just picked up that Malefic Roar. He's going to hurt much more. Keyboy going to charge up. Under the turret he goes. Getting out the flicker. He's going to get Divine Judgment himself. Dawning Light comes out. It's Benny Cutie with a kill here. They're going to back off, still taking their time. They're happy with the 1 kill. And Onic Esports going to back off.
That was so nice. Now we have a very clear idea of how Echo wants to play, right? It's a hook, spear, and shield strategy. Very similar to Mincetar. You look to hook that one person in, the Call TZ comes and blocks as much damage as he can so that Onic cannot follow up with the Death Sonata. He just needs to be in the right place at the right time.
At the same time, that does mean the bottom tier 1 tower is in trouble for the side of Onic. But Echo now, with the pressure they gain, they're able to easily push a lot of pressure on the bottom side. Speaking of that, here we come.
Okay, Carl TZ was there. He had the vision. Lord's going to be up now. Both teams, you're going to see them just kind of ensue this Lord dance. And you got to also keep an eye, right? Sans does have the Divine Judgment. So right now, Echo knows this. They're not going to commit.
I mean, topside, Joy has to actually maintain that wave. And Onic, even though they could want to bait out a fight here, I don't think they want to start it too soon unless they know the positions of the Echo members. And now they're walking up. Like, you can see that Yowie is very clear where he's going to be. Keyboy looking to engage.
Yowie knows Sanford's going to go in. It's Kyrie that secures the Lord. Sans going to be trouble. He's going to flick around. Sanford grabbing the kill. Echo looking for a collapse here. The Dawning Light's going to come out. It misses its mark. Kyrie going to be in a bad position. Has to go out. Keyboy, though. Sanji unleashing. Appraiser's Wrath will miss. Not finding the mark, but CW falls as well. And Echo is punishing Onic Esports.
Huge mistake there coming in from Onic. That Mystic Field into the tri-buff, cutting off an extremely crucial funnel point, and just Onic members walking into it and getting caught up even though it was clear the Mystic Field was active.
Oh my god, and that's just showing you how deadly Joy can be on the EXP laner. He literally 1v5, right? He walked in, popped the Vengeance, and what are you gonna do? Sens just died, and Kyrie was trying to help. Nobody can help, you know, because it's so tanky. He has immunity to claw control. At the same time, if you hit him, it's like hitting yourself. But worse, he doesn't have a shield, he has an ultimate just to take all the damage that reflects onto you. So, what a beautiful, beautiful character. Beautiful pick here, in this case, to dive on the Kyrie and dive on the Sands. Here we go.
Gonna come out here, they get the wild charge! But the getaway comes out from Benny Cutie, disengaging the fight.
Great reaction time coming out from Echo. Boots needs to realize that he's becoming a little bit more predictable, and he needs to make sure that his passive is on a line when he does it. Even the smallest 0.5 cap in his passive can get countered. This is nuts.
This is absolutely nuts. Let's take a look at the items of the Power Spike. Melissa already finished 3 core items. His damage online is not going to be really good against tanks because he doesn't have any penetrations, melee damage, and critical damage. Look at Granger, though. It's Hunter Strike, Malefic Roar. This guy is doing pure penetration. It's just going to be that burst of skill damage. Here we go.
Oh, no. Are we going to find his target here? Keyboy's going to be in trouble. Razor comes down, but the stun comes out. A massive revenge. Yaoi's in trouble. Carl TZ falls. It's Onic Esports trying to turn the tide. But look at Sanford. Double kill for Benny Cutie as well. It looked so good, but it turned out bad for Onic Esports.
What a counter engage here. You think you're gonna take out your boy Keyboy. He makes the play after absorbing and soaking so much, but Benny QT, Inspire and a quick puppet chunking out 4 people at once. I have to see his items. I need to know, how did he do this?
He is building pure burst right now. Speaking of that, it also is a tough pass for CW. He has to find the flanks, he has to find the Ruby DD combo onto the backline, because if he doesn't, this is going to spell trouble or doom for Onic Esports. I mean, again, this is a skilling game. The later it gets, the worse it gets, and there are 2 hyper carries for Echo side, right? You have to worry about the Xavier, you have to worry about the Joy, you have to worry about the Melissa. I mean, which one do you go to? As long as they don't overlap the position, you have to find the most important one. I think at this point right now, it is going to be Benny QT.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you have a really big decision here to make on who you're going to focus if you're Onic Esports here. And especially if Sands can get that Divine Judgment. They're going to force Echo back off this Lord the best they can, but Carl TZ still going to continue it. They're going to look for the advantage the way they can. Also, Sanford, keep an eye on him, making his way down to the Lord fight. He'll conceal play gonna come out. Keyboy gonna get caught with the Divine Judgment. Can he get away from there? Tyrant's Rage comes out. Keyboy's still gonna be alive. Carl TZ falls into the bush. Mystic Field comes out, Dawning Light, they get the flicker, but look at Sanford! Under the turret he goes! Still looking for another kill! Onic Esports shutting him down! Paying the price! But Benny Cutie's still here. Boots in a bad position, but Echo's gonna call it off for now.
Oh, Keyboy's still alive. My God. Okay, a 2-for-1 trade. It works out for Onic, but I think now is the right time to talk about battle spell economy right now, because that's the only difference maker for Onic to be able to get in and out of fights consistently. Without their battle spells, they can't really force outplays. They cannot really get as much value as they want to out of their Wild Charge or even the Tyrant's Rage. Here we go. Another potential fight here, but this Lord is so very important to break even for both sides.
Oh, Echo right now maintaining about 2,000 to 3,000 gold lead. At 30 minutes into the game, that's almost nothing. You're absolutely right about the battle spells. For Echo, they still maintain a lot of flicker. I see 2 flicker with Red Tree. Meanwhile, for Onic Esports, they're down to 1, and that's on Boots alone, right? If he's able to find a flank, oh, here we go. Speaking of flank,
Sanford gonna start it up again. Yaoi gonna go in. He grabs the target. Kyrie still able to get out here. Lord still able to work done. Keyboy finds Yaoi. Carl TZ get the retribution up. And Benny Cutie gonna be able to unleash here. It's a double for now. Echo Philippines still gonna look for another. Mystic Field comes out. The Dawning Light finding 2. Sanford pressing the situation. Kyrie, the outplay comes out. It's Sandy that falls.
Oh, that has got to feel so bad for Sanford. He popped the Vengeance, he had everything, but the damage was just way too much. Sans, please don't die here. Okay, he's still alive, but it's terrible.
Benny Cutie.
Okay, is he okay? Are we
He's all right, he's all right.
All right. My blood pressure isn't, though.
Oh my god, what a back and forth game so far. The team fight, just when you think it's going to lean towards one side, it turns around and lean towards the other side. I mean, at this point, like, I don't even know. Onic can still have a chance because their mechanic is so good. You see the dive just now come from Sanford. I really thought Sanford was going to get to the back line and kill Sands along with Carry, but that's not what happened. They turned it around.
Can I just say, Melissa's having an amazing debut here in M4, and that's what we're seeing. You know, Sands able to get that divine judgment that could be crucial for them. They got to be careful here how they juggle this Lord around, protecting the top side here. Seal play is committed. Onic Esports still going to hold on just fine for now. Sanford trying to clear at that mid lane. Onic Esports still able to hold the high ground for now. Everybody getting in position here. The first one to pull the trigger, it's Onic Philippines that backs off.
All right, if we're looking at the total gold between both of these teams, even though Echo has a 3.1k gold lead, if we're talking about power spikes here, Onic, their core members should have the right items. We're looking, yes, Ludox, 4 items already completed. We're looking at Granger, expected to have 4 items, no problem. Same goes for the Valentina, but on the opposite end, we're seeing that even Xavier, he's ready to party now. He's scaled and almost maxed out his items.
I do want to point out, Melissa have Athena shield. You know, this is going to be really, really good to not die in one shot. As long as this guy doesn't die in one shot from the Ruby DD combo from CW, he's going to turn it around with Inspire, right? You know how much lifesteal he's going to get just by activating the auto attack.
Well, that's what I mean. Echo Philippines doing such a good job at allowing BennyQt not to even be in that position, right? Sanji using the Mystic Field if he has to. A lot of times, even Yaoi, if he's not initiating, he's peeling there for them. And of course, you have that double, pretty much CC coming out from Carl TZ here. So Onic Esports, slowly but surely, they can find those weaknesses in Echo Philippines lineup. But I feel like at this point, every time it's going to come down to those Lord fights.
Absolutely, and I think that's why Onic is playing really passively here. They're not trying to make active plays because they know how valuable their battle spells are, and considering their items, they know that they're pretty much even with Echo, and Echo might have a slight advantage in situational items, but as long as BennyQt goes down, they've got a huge advantage.
Yeah, I also want to point out Kyrie's item. This guy built 2 tank items, right? He has Brute Force Breastplate. He's going for Athena Shield as well. I mean, he doesn't have that much damage. He only has 3 damage items completely. Now, that means with the BP frontline like Fredrin, like Kaja, it's going to be kind of hard. We already seen how much Senji is doing with Xavier with the Downing Light combo. It's absurd at this point, and Granger is going to be hard to walk up. Vision comes out. It seems like this might be a Lord they want to steal or just give it away to Echo. Here we go.
They're going to come out with the conceal play. Lord going to be half health here. Trying to get a position the best they can. Keyboy going to charge up. Might look for that wide push. Dawning Light comes out, chunks a few members down. Here comes the call from Sanford. Going to push them back here. Lord just going to go in the hands of Carl TZ. And Onic Esports decides it's better to just defend.
I think that was a good idea too. 3 of their members, man, Sanji's damage is not to be messed with right now, but I think Onic understand that even if the Lord starts pushing in, it does mean that Echo kind of have to clump up together, which is something that Onic is looking to make a play off of, because the Lord side, they only saw 2 members physically visible, but the rest disappearing. So that's not the situation they're looking for. They have to find the right puzzle pieces if they want to make it click.
But it seems like this is now Echo's game to lose, right? They up 5,000 gold. The wave is beautifully synced. Now Lord coming in. There are a lot of skills being used mid lane. And here comes a dash. Here comes a dive.
Lord's gonna go ahead and do work there. Yawi gonna flicker in. He's gonna try to get boots down. Keyboy there to help him out, able to survive for now. Onic Esports trying to do their best to hold on here the best they can. Carl TZ gonna escape the base. They don't want to get pulled either. As you mentioned, Dave, Echo Philippines, they gotta be careful. It is a 5K gold lead, but the wrong move could turn this game around.
It could absolutely turn it around, and I think Onic, they understand it. They've got a decent amount of wave clear all across the board, and I think especially coming back to the item build that Dave was mentioning about Kyrie building a little bit more defensively rather than hyper-aggressive, he understands that his damage overall isn't going to matter physically against these tanks. Wait, the conceal play. This might be it.
Conceal play coming again. Keyboy doesn't commit, not just yet. They get the flicker out from CW. There's the Dawning Light. Sandforce Immortality's going to be popped. Can they grab the kill? Kyrie able to secure one himself. Carl TZ can't get the Appraiser's Wrath. Yaoi quite low. It's going to be an Immortality for an Immortality. He's in trouble as Keyboy falls here. Kyrie, though, waiting there. Yaoi's Immortality is popped. CW able to clean up the kill, but it's a bad news for him as he falls in the foot. It's an even trade.
Honestly, even though that CW died there, making it a 2 for 2 isn't so bad when you're the team behind. However, we're kind of maxed out on gold here. It's not a matter of who's got the better economy, it's who can execute a cleaner play.
No, I gotta say, one more time, Kyrie's damage is falling off, right? Usually Granger is supposed to skill harder and harder in the late game, but just now you saw he did a full skill 1 damage onto the Fredrin.
Yeah.
And it almost did no damage, right?
Tickled him.
Yeah, just tickled him a little bit. I mean, at this point, you gotta be worried about who's gonna be the main damage. You even protect Kyrie. Is it worse to protect Kyrie at this point?
I think it's well, I think Kyrie is a little more self-sufficient, and I think
Yeah.
his ultimate is a really useful tool. Let's think of it as utility rather than hard damage at this point, because now they just need to slow them down enough to chase them so that Boots could look for an engage. Sands might be able to get multiple people, but the most ideal one is the Rule BDD combo coming up from CW.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I love? Honestly, it's too late for this, but if Boots had the weapon mastery on the Grok, because really, I mean, he hasn't been able to utilize the high and drive.
True.
And I feel like, he's picked up those items on that Grok, but still, you kind of lose out on picking that high and dry instead of having a weapon mastery here. But still, P-Boy gonna go find Sanford here. It's another Lord Dance. As Carl TZ gonna go ahead and start it up. Onic Esports getting in position here. Notice the positioning as well for Yawi. Might be looking for a pick. Sands does not have that Divine Judgment just yet. He's looking for Yawi as well. Carl TZ keeping it in this area for Echo Philippines. There's Yawi. He's going to pull Boots. Do they engage on this? Carl TZ gets the knockup. Boots goes in on charge, but Sandy falls. CW grab the kill. Pops the Winter Truncheon, but going to fall from Yawi as well. Keyboy reinitiating, but he has to flicker out. Carl TZ gonna force Kyrie back here. Now it's Keyboy in trouble. He goes low, can't get away as Sanford grabs a kill.
I mean, this is a double core we're talking about. Xavier is a core. Yes, he can kill Xavier, but what about Benny QT? Right, the Melissa, scariest person on the map right now. That person's untouched. These two never overlap the position. That means there's only one person CW can kill, right, at this point. It's so hard, even if he gets on Benny QT, because the Athena shield is making it impossible to kill as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, this is looking increasingly bad for the side of Onic Esports.
For sure. I think Onic have a really tough road ahead of them. I feel like Echo has some good protocols, and I think, teams especially need to understand, or maybe even learn from this game, from Echo specifically, the positioning that they have around these Lords. It feels like you cannot fail.
I mean, at this point, we've seen this a couple of times now. Onic Esports going to have to do the defense game for this Lord marching up top, and every time it's going to give it a little bit harder and harder. And really, I mean, if even the previous fight, Sands, again, was not able to have that Divine Judgment, and that is the key ultimate that he wants to take here, because then at least you can be the one to initiate these fights, especially in the defense of this base. Now Onic Esports, once again, it's a dire situation for them here. Echo Philippines going to work on this mid turret for now. That's the pull. Keyboy's in trouble. Has the immortality for now. Going to be popped. But he's going to go down here just now. Wild Charge did come out. Another falls. Dawning Light's going to come out. They have to work on the Lord. Echo Philippines working on the Crystal. Another falls here. And that's going to be it as Echo Philippines draws first blood in the series.
GG, well played. Echo take game number 1, and the Filipino fans here at M4 are going wild. But this is only the first of the best of 5. Things could easily change, and we have to take a breather for a moment here. Really think about this for a moment, because this technically was the inevitable outcome if you're stretched out for this long.
Oh my god, what game 1.
Game 1.
And we're all predicting this might go to full 5 best out of 5 games, right?
I hope it does.
I hope it does too.